And I am Tammy.
And I am Bridget.
And yes, we are fans.
We are money green people. Okay, so today's topic is what? I don't even know because I'm so eagled up. I'm so high up on these fingers. Somebody better remind me what we're going to talk about today on Life Lessons Unfiltered. And I believe the topic was around addiction in a relationship. Addiction.
Here we go. Get ready, because here she comes.
Woo-hoo! What's your addiction? And how do you deal with addiction in a relationship? Whatever the addiction might be. Some might be deal breakers, some might be deal makers. But whatever your addiction might be, some people are dealing with addictions and some might be addicted to the Eagles. You know you can't talk to him when he's watching a game. He's addicted. You gotta respect that shit. So what's your addictions? Let's talk about addiction in relationships. We're gonna go from soft to hardcore stuff. I didn't say that. You didn't hear me say that. I said this. I didn't say that. If you heard me, pretend you did. We're gonna go from soft to addictions in relationship.
Well, I think we all have our vices, you know.
I used to think I ain't got none.
You used to think you didn't go through pain either. I see that
Well,
show have loosened up a little
this
bit.
one,
She's bringing it back. So
this one throwing stones.
I'm just saying, I think we all have some vices.
Let me just add that. Listen, I showed up today with one arm in an imaginary sling, okay? Because I woke up this morning, my body said, "What you think you about to do?" By the end of the day, only one arm was working. I'm like, she's like, "Oh yeah, here comes the menopause." I'm like, she crazy out of her mind.
okay.
Just because no one arm don't work. But in any case, basically, let's talk about addictions and in a relationship. Let's get real serious because some people are dealing with some real stuff, right? In a relationship. And it's very sometimes tough because who do you tell what you're dealing with? So could we name a couple of addictions that some people might be going through? I'm thinking someone might be addicted to sports. That might be sounds simple, but it's not a big deal. But it causes havoc in your relationship.
Sex,
Some might be addicted to
alcohol.
Is that one all the time?
Yes. From
One person
anybody.
wanted it all the time and one don't?
Or you can just be addicted to sex that you have to have it and you go outside of the relationship.
Oh, that's a sex maniac.
Would I call him a maniac or just,
And I just said alcohol.
alcohol,
So I could
drugs,
I
other
could-
drugs.
Or shopping.
Shopping.
Amazon.
I was that person.
Which one?
Which
Which one?
Did shopping.
Oh.
Because shopping made me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It just gave me,
Spending
gave me
money
that
made you feel good.
euphoria.
Spending money made you feel
No,
good.
just having something new. Like I used to pride myself on when I was working not in scrubs. I used to pride myself on having enough clothes for 30 days without rerunning.
Are you serious?
I swear to you not.
Or sometimes it's not even that. It's just going shopping, being in the stores and shopping. Because I would say I was addicted to shopping, getting off work and just going into the stores, buying stuff, knowing good and plenty you didn't need it, but it was just something that was so common and soothing. And imagine, think back when we went to the pandemic and everything shut down and you couldn't go out to go
Girl,
shopping.
that killed me. I can't stay. I'm not one to stay in the house. You know this, Bridget. I called you in 10 feet of snow. Bring your truck and get me out of here. And the first place I went to was the mall. But I don't know, because when I was working in that type of field where I was dressing up every day, that was my thing. I will not rerun. A bitch won't catch me in the same outfit twice.
And it holds true to today.
So would that be an addiction that you're still dealing with?
No, I have turned around. I really have. I have turned a new leaf as far as shopping is concerned. I now
Okay.
believe that.
Since when?
No, seriously.
No, but seriously.
Like I have turned a new leaf. I have vowed to myself I'm selling off all of my Fendi and Gucci and all of those sneakers and all of that. I've started to sell them off because I realized that there's always a new sneaker coming out.
Where are you selling them?
On,
You could like text me.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Just
You know,
text me.
unless
Just
it's more
text me.
too. But
because you know what I realized, like the people that have a lot of money,
Mhm.
they not walking around with no goddamn Fendi sneakers on.
Facts.
They not.
No name.
Not to say that they don't have quality clothing and shoes,
Sure.
but they not walking around pasted with somebody else.
advertising.
brand.
Mhm.
And
They're not
and I
working
just
commercial.
realized that the styles change so often. Like, you know, I just posted a pair of Fendi sneakers. I only had them a year.
And warm.
Is it
2.5
size
And
ten?
wore maybe two, maybe
What
three
size you wear,
times.
Tammy? I'm just asking.
Maybe 2 or 3 times.
I'm just asking for one size
And then it's like, okay, well, you can't wear them all the time because people will recognize them.
Mm.
So what's the point of buying a pair of $900 sneakers?
900.
Sorry,
Okay.
when you not even gonna wear them but 3 times.
What size do you wear?
I'm not telling.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
there's so many other addictions that we
Okay.
may have.
Yeah, let's move on
or
from
that
YouTube.
might be a deal breaker in a relationship. So,
Besides Cammy sneakers.
Besides
Woo.
cute sneakers.
Jesus.
and that T-shirt, no. It's like,
T-shirt.
Size 9. Size 9. She wears size 9.
No.
the
Okay.
T-shirt.
No, T-shirt.
Oh, we've talked about that before.
Sean.
Go ahead.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So like I said,
Okay.
I have, you know, tried to just buy quality things and not necessarily, you know, name brand things that we see all the time. Like even like the most I will splurge is on a pair of sunglasses because I'm allergic to sun.
Drop your addiction in the comment section.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So shopping is your addiction.
Shopping was my addiction.
Was
I-
or is?
Was.
What's your addiction now?
Money. Hello.
Get money or
Grind.
spending money?
Grinding right now.
Getting
That
money.
is my addiction right
Get
now.
money. That's
And
it.
that's probably brought on that shopping.
Uh-oh.
Because, you know,
That's a little kid man.
I
thing.
mean, I'd rather
Get money.
invest the money at this
Okay.
point than to spend $900 on a pair of sneakers that's going to,
Guys, I was looking at her feet to see how big.
So is a shopping addiction a deal breaker for you or not?
it could be for some men, it
No,
could be, it could actually break up a relationship,
Mhm.
you know.
Spending too much money unnecessarily. Not that. No, I'm not saying that you did it, but just
No,
as
no,
the
I
addiction.
get it. Yeah,
But-
I mean that's why we've been married so long because I'm a little.
So how
touched.
did you get from spending to recognizing?
Because I had a spiritual awakening, people,
Oh.
and I just and I just realized there's so much more on this earth for me to indulge in.
that you was bored with the product you bought.
I am bored with the products I bought.
And
To be
sometimes,
perfectly
and
honest,
sometimes less is more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it does. You know, whatever you have enough of it to compensate for the things that you need to do on a daily basis.
and not only that, when you strive to be a millionaire or billionaire, you study those people. And you also notice that none of them is wearing fucking Gucci on their back. And they got the money to buy it.
Facts.
So what am I doing?
That's an awakening, all right. That's definitely
Yes,
That'll
yes.
make you. If you start in those, that's definitely an eye opener because none of them are a walking commercial. They're their own brand.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you guys know how you know how I like to shop. And I'm just telling you, I just feel like that is, you know, if you are trying to make these dollars out here, the only people that's really wearing that kind of name brand shit is the people y'all see on these hip hop videos or on, you know, reality TV shows.
Or some of us that can't even afford it, and they just
Exactly, they buying it on Affirm and Afterpay and Klarna and all this other bullshit. Yeah, you know, I mean, that is not going to get you your fortunes.
Afterpay.
And so, ladies, what other addictions would be a deal breaker in a relationship, or even maybe an enhancement? I don't know. It could be an enhancement in a relationship. I don't know.
Well, you could be addicted to drama, and I think that's a deal breaker.
Yeah.
Some people can be addicted to drama. They're not happy unless there's
Something
chaos,
Chaos. That's crazy.
and that's a deal breaker.
Right. Right.
You know, because
would
I
agree
like
to
to
that.
live in peace.
Yeah, I like having fun. I don't want somebody that's always causing drama around me,
Right.
because it just messes up the atmosphere for
Right.
everyone.
I don't want you to call me and I didn't answer the phone, you know, and didn't call you back in 5 minutes, and now you all up in the over. What would you do? Blah, blah, blah. That's craziness.
But those songs are almost like so external. You think it could be controlled, but being addicted to chaos is really a thing. That's crazy.
It is very much a
That's very
thing.
thing. But what about those who are addicted to drugs or substance? Let's call it substance, because there's so many different. It could be alcohol, it could be drugs,
That
it
could
could
be a
be
deal
smoking.
breaker.
Like, what if you're both smoking? It's just, if you're dealing with an addiction, because sometimes you can casually just be okay, but an addiction only means that it comes first in your life. True? It takes priority. Right. So if you're dealing with someone, I think it would be sad if I'm in a relationship and I recognize that my partner is on drugs, because that addiction is so powerful. It's like, now
That comes first.
it comes first. And if you love that person, now what do? So that's a really detrimental to the relationship. But then how do you?
That's a hard thing, Bridget, because
I
you
know.
know, at the end of the day, they are grown people. You can't tell them what to do.
True, but you in a relationship.
You can tell them how it's affecting the relationship. You can preach until you blue in the face, but unless this person is willing to take the right steps to make it right.
Well, you first got to understand that addiction is a very powerful form of control, right? So if that thing is controlling you, damn, we have to explore this on another conversation, because it could get really deep. How do you deal with addictions in relationship, especially when it becomes so strong where it destroys a relationship and you just leave and walk away? I mean, I'm glad I don't have to deal with certain things like that. Like,
Substance abuse in the family is hard.
period. Yeah, period.
And
Because everybody got to deal with it.
right, for some of us, it can be abstained. The relationship can be abstained, but for some other people, it can't.
What's that
And
mean?
they can keep it. They can maintain it. When the person that's when the abuser, or I think if I'm saying it right, when the person that's on the substance
Correct.
goes into rehabilitation, the other person is maintaining the family, and he or she is trying to be supportive of that relationship and want to maintain it because of the love. So they will endure some of the crap that comes along with the person being on the substance. It's difficult.
Well, I think too, it depends how that person behaves when they are using this substance. If they are an abuser, if they turn angry and abusive, that adds a whole nother level to
I
it.
like that you said that, because you could be an abuser, a user.
Yeah, because in some instances it's just social, where or they're functional substance abusers,
Right.
where they can still get up and go to work and stuff like that, but they're using. So but then you have the other ones that are gonna go like way down in it, you know, and it's tough, because again, when somebody is abusing drugs or alcohol, it affects the whole entire family, and not just inside of the household, but the extended family also. So it can be a little difficulty.
Especially if the person, you know, gets drunk and now they want to beat mama up. You know, no, seriously. I mean, because alcohol or any drug that you are abusing, You know, it can change your personality.
Mhm.
So you have that element to it too. So I would say that if the person that is abusing the drugs is not a violent person when they're abusing the drugs, it's probably more tolerable
Mhm.
than the person who's whooping mama ass.
Mhm.
You know, so
Mm.
it is deep. Is deep. You know.
I truly hope that whatever you're addicted to is something fun. You know what I'm saying?
Addicted to sex.
I can be addicted. But I can be addicted to food. I'm a foodie. Like, give me some seafood. Oh God, Jesus Christ! I'll be full and still trying to eat.
Any other addictions we can think
Yeah.
of that would probably that would affect
Relationships. There's so
yeah,
many.
I mean,
of
or
them.
just being a
So,
player.
why don't you
can
just
be
drop your
addicted to
addiction?
being a player, you
Oh,
know?
Jesus. I would love to hear what people are dealing with. Like, if you can drop your addictions, or what other addictions you might think of in the comments, I would love to hear about it. Because to me, my addiction is to making money, and like
That's my addiction
Hey.
now. You know,
like
instead of
I'm
spending it and
excited
giving
if
it
you
away.
figure out. I got the mathematics. I won't even need a calculator. You know, that's my addiction. It's like I can go hard in the paint if I know that we can multiply and be effective and such like that. But some addictions are very obstructive. That's the word. Obstructive, and yeah, that's a whole other level. I don't deal with that part, so someone else could talk about it. But damn, what's your addiction? What's your addiction? Do you have one? Do you have one?
No, I spoke my addiction.
Yeah,
Bless you.
mine was more shopping.
Mine is
That
making
I
money.
did clothes
Mine is multiplying these green bucks. You see?
Yeah, I mean, we would all be better off if our addiction was,
What?
being good people.
Mm.
How you be addicted to being good?
How?
Mine was, just trying to
I'm
do
only joking.
No, I mean, seriously.
We can be addicted to helping people.
Yes, yes.
I love that too. I would love to have a soup kitchen and help people, see a perspective of that they can multiply and grow.
Mm-hmm,
I get excited by that. So that could be an addiction.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's part of actually making money because I don't have to make it. If you're making it, we're good. If you're making it, I'm making it. We can do it together. So I can get addicted to actually progress.
So-
I'm addicted to progress.
So,
Okay.
do we
What
have
about
any
you?
advice for these folks that have these addictions?
Well, my take on that would be, if you have an addiction and it's defeating you progressing, you need to probably. But then again, what the hell?
I mean, well, you got to first recognize you got an addiction.
That's all I was about to say. Like, who am I talking to? Because you might like the dysfunction that's happening in your life. Go ahead, Robin, you take it away because listen.
So I
That's
don't
true.
know. I
That's
don't know
true.
if an addiction would be a deal breaker in my relationship.
Okay.
It depends on how it affects me. If I would be willing to work at it, to keep the relationship. But if you do have some form of addiction and it's affecting your household, then I would say seek help.
Bridget, your last words.
My words on addiction and relationship is, if you are even close to awareness, the awareness comes first, that you're not liking what's happening in your relationship and it's pointed towards what you're addicted to, then there is a chance for change. Just knowing that part. And
Right.
I implore you to explore the possibilities of change if you can, because there's no way, if you're addicted to something and you like it, you could absolutely forget about it. But if you're knowing that this is affecting your progress, your growth, your life, your relationship, then if you know that, that means you're aware of it and you can absolutely change it. So my last word on that is to continue going forward, because every step you take will take you to a better place. So anyone who's addicted to something could actually make it a good addiction. Because if you have good addictions, double thumbs up. You could double thumbs up on life because you're going to progress, and not double thumbs down if it's defeating you. That's my take on that.
And I would say my mother used to always say, too much of anything is not a good thing.
That's a fact.
Okay? So you have to do everything in moderation. Yes, drink, smoke, do whatever you like, but just don't make it a habit. Nothing should be a habit but making money and being a good person and, being a prayerful person. So I would say, just sometimes you just got to check yourself. And if you see yourself going to the right a little bit more, we all need balance. You need balance in your life. You can't cultivate and create if you don't have balance and harmony. So that's what I would suggest, to seek that. And if you see yourself going to the dark side, pull your ass back over.
Check yourself before you
wreck yourself.
wreck yourself.
All right, people. So
think that's
thank
a
you
fact.
for another. Who is it?
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
No, who was this? People that sing the
remember.
song.
Ah, shucks.
That's a fact.
Somebody,
Something like that.
Well, they in the
Dance or
90s.
something. But
That's
anyway,
the fact.
you
Anyway,
get the
check it
goddamn
out.
point.
Yeah.
Check it out. Be your best self all the
Yeah,
time. And thank
absolutely.
you for joining another episode of Life
Life
Lessons
Lessons
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
And we will catch you later.
And
Go,
thank you
go,
for
go!